Hello, KZOOMers.
You are so beautiful.
You are so beautiful. So happy to see you. To be on this path of love together.
Yeah.
Oh, and path of light. I saw Ziva there, and I thought, oh, path of light.
Yeah.
And the path of love, together. Both of them, yes. Mm-hmm. So we are being sent by the song to a really powerful practice today, this week. The song where we're entering chapter 2 here that says, I am the rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys.
Oh dear.
Like a lily among the thorns.
Like a lily among the thorns, so is my beloved among the young women. So,
I was really sort of taken with that first line that says, I am the rose of Sharon, and it just felt like, oh, this is a moment of blossoming, of kind of claiming my beauty, my space, my blossoming forth capacity. And those words, shoshanat amakim, are also translated in some places as the rose of the depths. And that word amakim has this double meaning, valleys and also the depths. And so it felt like that in that one line there was an instruction for us on our spiritual path that feels kind of core to being able to sustain a life, that says that there are two directions of this blossoming forth and this rooting down. And both of them, both of them are kind of like, it's like there's an art of blossoming forth. There's an art of rooting down. And both of them are really important, and they feed one another. They complement one another. And for some, and there's a way that I need both, and I want to keep refining my ability to do both. And so in our KZOOM, I want to do this breathing practice that I've been doing all week, besides the chants that we'll do, to help me to really find those two directions in my energy being, to both rooting down and blossoming forth. And this we'll begin by just singing this line that it will inspire us in our practice. And then in the silence after the chant, we'll do the breathing, and the breathing will be about blossoming forth. And when we blossom forth, we then, we exhale, and we take in the light on the inhale. So we're this tree, we're taking in the light and receiving it. And then on the exhale, we're rooting down, and in not just, we're spreading our roots out. It's not just down, it's a kind of like a direction of down, and spreading our roots to really receive the nourishment and the support that is there for us, that's absolutely necessary if we're going to blossom forth, really. And then we'll inhale up that blessing, and again we'll blossom forth in the truth of who we are. So that's the but to inspire us, we'll just chant this line for a few minutes, and then we'll enter into that breath practice. So
chavatzelet hasharon, shoshanat hamakim, ani 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 chavatzelet hasharon, shoshanat hasharon, shoshanat hamakim, ani chavatzelet 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 hasharon, shoshanat ani chavatzelet hasharon, shoshanat hamakim, ani chavatzelet hasharon, shoshanat hamakim, shoshanat hamakim ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat hamakim ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat hamakim ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat hamakim ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat hamakim ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat hamakim ani chavatzelet hasharon shoshanat
So close your eyes, bring your attention to the breath. Breathe into the heart. And as you breathe out, feel that flowering forth, that blossoming. And as you breathe in, take in the light. And as you exhale, send your roots down, deep and wide. As you inhale, take that earthiness, that nourishment into your heart. We're going to do this practice for a few minutes. So every time you exhale, you're going to breathe out into the sense of flowering. Breathing back into the heart, that light. Breathing down into the earth, and then taking up from the earth everything that you need, all of that support. So you can find your own rhythm, just so that every time you breathe into that, you feel that flowering happen. Taking in the light, sending the roots, pulling up the nourishment. Deep roots. And a couple more rounds, just flowering forth, blossoming, taking in the light, rooting down into that blessing beneath us, taking that blessing back in. Feeling, before you open your eyes, just have this kind of sense that I am sourced. I am sourced. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and maybe look at the garden here of your beloveds. See all of these flowers flowering forth. I'm going to say that when I was when I was born, my parents, they gave me a Jewish name. It wasn't Hebrew. It was Yiddish, and it was like the bane of my existence in Hebrew school, because it was Bluma. It was Bluma. So people just called me Bloomers, you know.
She doesn't tell very many people this story. You're very special. I want you to know.
And I sort of I was like sour on flowers, you know, for a while, and I thought, and then it was like too girly. I never wanted to be too girly because that was like not where the power was, you know. And so I sort of disavowed that name of Bluma because of it. And then as I'm getting older, I'm taking it back in terms of like wanting to be a flower again. And but the flower, you know, that you see, you know, that's the part that you see. But there are these roots that give it life. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to do a practice of rooting down, and I've been diving into the Psalms, and the very first Psalm number 1, has this line in it about rooting down, but being very discerning about where you put your roots, really. And it says, he shall be like a tree planted by flowing waters. So when you root down, you want to root down in a place that is really with a source that is really going to give you what you need. And sometimes we put our roots into places that are barren in some way, you know. And I want to just also say that Ariel had a teaching for me. Here's Ariel. That what she got from Rabbi Tirza Firestone, that said sometimes our roots, meaning our lineage, our ancestors, sometimes there's a bitterness there in those roots, and it's our job to actually transform that bitterness into medicine. And sometimes, you know, and because we want to take the nourishment of our ancestors, but we don't want to be poisoned by them. And so there's a transformation that needs to happen as we root down into our lineage. So that's part of our work in rooting down, is to find the place of our roots that's going to be positive, that's going to be nourishing, that's going to fill us with goodness. And that's why we do it by the stream, by the flowing waters, and we're you know, where there's groundwater, you know, and we live in the desert, and are completely drawn to the waters when you know, here, and so.
We're in the high mountain desert.
The high mountain desert, but the stream is really what gives the whole valley its life.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And the trees that are there, that have planted themselves there.
It's got the Hamas River
by the flowing waters. So
all the way down the valley.
So this is a chant that maybe many of you don't know yet.
me included.
והייתה והייתה והיינו shatul al-palgay-mayim, al-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree
tree. We shall be like a tree, planted by flowing waters. והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ שתול על-palgay-mayim, על-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree, she shall be like a tree. We shall be like a tree, planted by flowing waters. והייתה כעץ, והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ שתול על-palgay-mayim, על-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree, she shall be like a tree. We shall be like a tree, planted by flowing waters. והייתה כעץ, והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ שתול על-palgay-mayim, על-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree, she shall be like a tree. We shall be like a tree, planted by flowing waters. והייתה כעץ, והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ שתול על-palgay-mayim, על-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree, she shall be like a tree. We shall be like a tree, planted by flowing waters. והייתה כעץ, והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ שתול על-palgay-mayim, al-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree, she shall be like a tree. We shall be like a tree, planted by flowing waters. והייתה כעץ, והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ שתול על-palgay-mayim, al-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree, she shall be like a tree. We shall be like a tree, planted by flowing waters. והייתה כעץ, והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ shatul al-palgay-mayim, al-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree, she shall be like a tree. We shall be like a tree, planted by flowing waters. והייתה כעץ, והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ shatul al-palgay-mayim, al-palgay-mayim. והייתה כעץ, let's do it again. והייתה כעץ, והייתה כעץ, והיינו כעץ shatul al-palgay-mayim, al-palgay-mayim. He shall be like a tree, she shall be like a tree, we shall be like a tree, planted by flowing water.
So feel yourself like that tree, planted exactly in the right place to receive the nourishment you need. Bring your attention to the breath, and as you breathe into the heart, as you exhale, you want to blossom forth just like a tree. And take in the light on the inhale. And on the exhale, send those roots down deep and wide into right near those flowing waters. Reaching down, reaching back up into the heart. Take those waters in and blossom forth. Taking in the light on the inhale. On the exhale, sending those roots down to receive the groundwater. And inhaling that water up into the heart. Just what you need. And take just a couple more breaths. Really sending those branches out far into the sky, taking in the light, sending those roots deep into exactly the right place by the flowing waters, receiving those flowing waters back inside. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and look around the KZOOM room. Now we're flowering trees. Wow. And so I think that sense of like, where do you want to put your roots? Where do you want to reach to find the flowing waters, and to notice if you're really trying to get like kind of water from a dry place, really. That there is nourishment awaiting each of us, and we want to really receive that, to go and find the flowing waters and plant ourselves there. So what would that mean for us, really, to find what is nurturing for us? And it might mean like a change of, we might be planted in the wrong place, whether it's spiritually or physically. So there's, but isn't that a happy chant? That's kind of like a happy chant. That's the first time I'm revealing it to you. I feel like it's kind of a happy chant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I wanted to, so that's our reading down, and I wanted to have another chant of blossoming forth, and I chose this one that is from the Yom Kippur Morning Piyyut that my friend Malia pointed out to me, and she asked me to write a chant for it. And it says, so it goes to that shoshanat amakim, the same phrase that's in the Song of Songs, but it says awaken as a bright light, the rose of the depths. So there is this way that bud is inside the heart, closed up, maybe scared to open. And so it needs some coaxing, it needs some encouragement to take what's deep inside us, kind of as that bud, that place of potential light, and to to chant to it, and to say awaken, 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 Oraryr, and so the practice that I love to do with this is that before I begin, I really can take a little dive into the depths of my own heart, and I find the image of that bud that is closed up tight inside me, maybe a little afraid. And then it's like I'm going to sing to that bud. Hey, bud. I'm going to sing to you. Just sing to you and just surround you with a sense of safety and invitation and the sense of adventure, I guess, that you want, that and I want to say when I met, I really did fall in love with flowers, and when I met Rachmel,
I didn't appreciate flowers
didn't appreciate
at all. I mean, if you can't eat it, why even bother? Until, since I moved here the summer of '97, and the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum opened that summer in Santa Fe. First time going to Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. Oh my God, I love flowers. I want to have sex with flowers.
He got it.
I got it.
He got it.
Oh my gosh.
From seeing Georgia, so that's what an artist can do. It can open you. It can open you to the truth of. So from then on, he understood why I wanted to grow flowers.
Yes.
So this chant is a C and an F. If anybody's shooting along. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So I invite you to just take a little deep dive into your own heart first. Find there the image of that bud that's so tight, it's so closed inside you, so that we can sing to it.
Shoshanat amakim Oraryr ke'or nogah Oraryr ke'or nogah Oraryr ke'or nogah Shoshanat amakim Oraryr ke'or nogah Oraryr ke'or nogah Oraryr ke'or nogah Shoshanat amakim Oraryr ke'or nogah Oraryr ke'or nogah Oraryr ke'or nogah Shoshanat amakim Oraryr ke'or nogah Oraryr ke'or nogah nogah, shoshanat hamakim. Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, 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 nogah, shoshanat hamakim.
Close your eyes, dive deep into the heart, and find again that bud inside the heart. And with the next breath, breathe into that bud and allow it to open. And with each breath, another petal, another layer of the rose opening and opening. Just being the blossom. So I had this hit that we should chant this to each other, because I think that's what we do for each other. It's like that we encourage each other to blossom. We can see that bud, to see what's a little bit closed up, and with the quality of my light, I look into your presence and invite you to blossom. So let's chant it a few more times, and this time take a look into a face. Find a face that you want to encourage.
nogah, shoshanat, amakim, nogah, nogah, shoshanat, amakim, shoshanat, amakim, nogah, shoshanat, amakim, nogah, shoshanat, amakim, nogah, nogah, shoshanat, amakim.
So close your eyes and take in that encouragement. And with the next breath, see if you can just blossom a little wider, a little more colorfully. And imagine that there's a fragrance to your flower, and that fragrance is wafting into the world with this encouragement. And again, the community is like this flower garden, with all these great roots. So I was thinking about what it means to root, and I felt like really what I want to root down into is God. Wait a minute, somebody said something. I have to see. That was... okay. So that root in God, the way that it's described in the Psalms and in other places is taking refuge in God, and it's really taking refuge in the wholeness of life. rather than being kind of messed up by little parts of it. It's like, so it's, and it says that when you do take refuge in God, it means root yourself in the cosmos, in the larger reality. What comes from that is joy. That joy is like, transmitted through our rooting into God, and into the act, the gesture of taking refuge. So I wanted to do this as our last practice of the KZOOM, and to feel as if we can connect up with the joy of taking refuge, of being rooted in the infinite. This, back to G, C.
It's another new chant.
Another new chant from Psalm 2 this time. Ashray Kol-chosay 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 Ashray
Ashray Kol-chosay, 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 Ashray Kol-chosay,
Ashray Kol-chosay,
Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay,
Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay, Ashray Kol-chosay. So close your eyes and feel yourself rooting down into the ground of being and feeling that support and that nourishment, and pull it up into your heart and all the way up into your face so that it becomes a smile. You're smiling with your face and you're smiling with every cell of your body, completely just like filled up with that divine essence, filled up and overflowing as a smile, as a blossom, as your life. So we want to open our eyes, take a look around at the garden.
And as Hanukkah approaches, we'll be here next week.
Yes.
Fastly approaching. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not next week.
Yet.
It's the week after.
So, yeah. And Janice, you said that picture, you took that in my garden? Is that what you said?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
Ooh.
As a flower that was
It's
in my garden.
Georgia O'Keeffe-ish. A little bit. It takes you right in.
So, yeah. So thank you very much, all of you flowers here. And invite you to go to the website and take a listen to some of the new chants that are coming through. Almost every day there's a new chant from the Psalms that is going to eventually become an app called The Magic of Psalms. When I have them all finished, and I'm also going to start sort of raising funds for that app, and so you're invited to, if you like to see the Psalms as an app. It will be also a divination tool for the Psalms. So